What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here to break down the NASCAR Xfinity Series slate at Talladega this weekend. We got a big weekend of racing. This is like my favorite weekend of the year for Talladega. I love Talladega. I think it's such a fun way to play DFS, and it's such a fun race to watch. Probably my favorite race of the year. So excited for that. Look, I already made a video based on, this is a race where, look, it's more about lineup building. It's more about, how you make your lineups based on more of starting positions rather than just individual drivers. So I already made a video on that. It's going to pop in the corner right now, and I'll also put it down below if you want to watch it after this video. I think it's more important, this one, to be honest. I think that one is more about, that one's more important because, you're figuring out how to put your lineup together and why you're doing it that way. So it's, for GPPs and cash, it's more cup based, but I talk about Xfinity a little bit, and they're the same thing. So it's the only difference is maybe you pay a little bit more in salary, but you'll see that in that video. But even then, you don't really have to worry about it. Be sure to go check that out. This one I'm kind of just gonna be. I'm separating the the tier. We have 3 tiers: starting 1 through 12, starting 13 through 25, and starting 26 on back. That's how I'm separating things today. I'm going to talk with them in those type of groups because I'm really not too worried about salary. And I'm, for the most part, going to be interested in everybody because it's Talladega. Everybody can have a good run, and most of the drivers can win this race. So, if you're really looking for me to tell you that one driver is better than another, then as a play, like in the same range, like one driver starts 24th and one starts 25th, and oh my gosh, the guy starting 24th is such better play. No, that's not going to happen. And anyone who tells you that, for the most part, is just wrong. So they're just talking. They don't really know what they're talking about. So that's how I'm looking at this race. Before I do that, make sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to this channel, leave a comment, turn on the notification bell. All that stuff really helps me grow. Just trying to continue the growth we've had throughout the year. Talladega is fun. I like it. I always do pretty well at these plate races. So in DFS and getting more people involved in the videos because I think people just enjoy watching these races more, and you get more people tuned in. I will be going live on Saturday, probably about 12:30, 1 o'clock, to discuss this race. I actually don't even know what time the race is at. If the race is at 1, then we'll do it earlier, but it's probably like 3, so not really got to worry about that. So yeah, around 12:30 or 1, I'll be going live answering any questions you guys have on this slate. Of course, if you cannot tune in for that, you can follow me on Twitter at @NateLane_, and I will answer any questions you have over there. Let's get into the video, though. We're going to start off the group of 1 through 12. You got Austin Cindric, Daniel Hemrick, Harrison Burton, Noah Gregson, Justin Haley, Josh Berry, Brandon Jones, Justin Allgaier, Jeb Burton, Mahit Snyder, AJ Allmendinger, and Michael Annett. This is probably going to be the same thing I talked about in the Cup Series. I'm probably going to fade the pole sitter, which is Austin Cindric. Look, Cindric sat on a pole at Daytona earlier this year, won the race, and was not optimal. So, I'm just not really that interested in that. Unless he leads to the laps, the upside's just not there. This is going to be a race where place differential points are just so much more important than, laps because there's not that many laps, and 2, it's not, not one driver is probably going to sit out front and lead all the laps. So, Cindric, not going to be too interested in. Same thing with Hemrick. They just both have just such low floors. I just don't want to play them. Harrison Burton, I'm going to be interested here. Noah Gregson, I'm interested in. We've seen Gregson do well at these plate tracks, won Daytona last year. Justin Haley, we know, he's probably the best plate racer in this series, to be honest. He won, 3 of them last year. Dude's just a baller at these tracks. So, I like Haley. Josh Berry, he's fine if you want to make him your guy starting up front. Brandon Jones is fine if you want him to be your guy starting up front. Justin Allgaier, same thing. Jeb Burton, same thing. Snyder, same thing. Allmendinger seems to do pretty well. I'm sure he'll get ownership. Michael Annett, he's done well at these plate races historically. So, look, all these guys, probably at least one of these guys will be in the optimal lineup, maybe 2, but probably only 1, but possibly 2. You're going to have to play 1 or 2 of these guys. And I'm not going to sit here and, if you want me to tell you which one's the best play, starting 12th, that one's my favorite one in this group. Just go up to the field like that. That's how I rank them. It's just, you have no idea who really is going to end up because, Noah Gregson could be. Okay, here's an example. Last year at Talladega, Chase Briscoe led 74 laps in this race. He was in front the whole time, and on the last lap or 2 laps to go, he got shuffled. That's what can happen. You can go from being optimal in the last turn to not being optimal like that. That's how Talladega works. So it's just you gotta pay attention to that. I don't feel necessarily confident in any single one of these drivers that are going to go out there and win. If I had to pick a winner, I don't know. Brandon Brown. No, who knows? So. It's just, you gotta make it, make your lineups based on starting positions, not necessarily players, and that's why I gotta go watch that video. Next group is 13 through 25. We have Brett Moffitt, Jeremy Clements, Josh Williams, Ty Dillon, Ryan Sieg, Brandon Brown, Riley Herbst, Jay Buford, Kyle Weatherman, Colin Garrett, Tommy Joe Martins, Greg Galding, and Bailey Curry. Moffitt's fine. Like, he always used some place differential. He's fine. Same thing with Clements. Seems fine. Josh Williams starting 15th. All right. Ty Dillon starting 16th. Had a pretty good run going at Daytona earlier this year before he wrecked the field. That's fine. He's in a Joe Gibbs car. Should be up front for most of the race. Obviously place differential. Ryan Sieg, obviously place differential. I'm cool with that. Brandon Brown, same thing. Obviously place differential. Riley Herbst starts 19th. Gosh. To start this far back, you got to, not be good. And Riley Herbst sucks. But, still, obviously place differential is Talladega. I don't care. Jade Buford starts 20th, fine. Kyle Weatherman 21st, fine. Colin Garrett, we see that good run. Seen his 26 car good runs at Talladega and Daytona before, fine. Tommy Joe Martins 23rd, fine. Galding 24th. Galding's been good at these plate races. He's had some good runs, but yeah, he looks like a good place differential play. Bailey Curry as well, so fine with all those guys. None of these guys have such a drop off in equipment. You see in the Cup Series. They're not going to be as good as those top guys, but they can run in the pack for the most part. So I'm fine with all of them. I think Ty Dillon probably does stand out a little bit to me because he is, $7,900. I don't care about salary, but that's still, way too cheap for a 54 car starting 16th at Talladega. He does stand out a little bit to me, but still, he can wreck just as easily as everybody else in this field, except for Riley Herbst. He wrecks every week. She'll win this race. That'd be cool. I honestly wouldn't even mind seeing Riley Herbst win. I would like to see him win at least one race. So, that's how I'm looking at this one. All those guys are fine. You want me to rank them? Start 25th and rank them up. That's how I'm doing it. I told you this video isn't really, the picks aren't great. No one's going to really stand out a ton to me. I'll tell you who not to play. And that's pretty much it. Go watch that other video. Last group, we got 26 through 40th. You have David Starr, Timmy Hill, Cesar Baccarella, Joey Gase, Alex LeBay, Mason Massey, Landon Castle, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Jesse Little, Joe Graff, Matt Mills, Colby Howard, Natalie Decker, Ryan Vargas, and Jason White. I'm fine with all these guys. We've seen Timmy Hill run really well. We saw him, finish third at Daytona a few years ago. So, he can run out there. David Starr, that's fine. Cesar Baccarella, I think he was optimal at Daytona earlier this year. He, isn't a name that you ever see, but he races these plate races, and, he obviously plays differential. Joey Gase is fine. Obviously, he plays differential in that Rick Ware car. Alex LeBay, same thing. Mason Massey's in that 99 for McLeod. He obviously plays differential. Landon Castle, Jeffrey Earnhardt, same thing. I never want to play Jeffrey Earnhardt, but here you go. You guys want me to tell you to play Jeffrey Earnhardt? I'm telling you to play him this week. Jesse Little starts 34th, fine. Joe Graff starts 35th, fine. Matt Mills 36th, fine. Colby Howard 37th, yeah, that's cool. Natalie Decker's trash, but if she stays out of trouble, which could happen, then she's probably going to be optimal. Ryan Vargas, I never tell you to play him either, but he starts 39th, and he obviously plays differential at Talladega. He's fine. Jason White, I think he was, what was it, Daytona? It was either Daytona this year or Daytona last year. I don't even remember, but he raced in this race and was, really good. I think he ended up wrecking, but, was up front, and it was really surprising. So I'm cool with that, too. Starts 40th, has the highest floor in the field. He's 8,400, who cares? It's not, this isn't me telling you, this guy's better. Play Colby Howard starting 37th instead of Natalie Decker starting 38th. If she wrecks, Colby Howard's better play. But, again, it's minuscule. It's minuscule. That's the difference you see here. I just don't really want to tell you, which guy is definitely the better player here, because it's just not that. You're playing positions. You're playing your lineups based on where the drivers start, which is why you got to watch that other video. It's going to tell you how to build lineups. We're going to talk about a 4-1-1 strategy, a 3-2-1 strategy, and a 2-2-2 strategy, all three of those for both races. Be sure to take advantage of that. I honestly, Talladega, if you're playing one lineup, I'd probably just play all guys in the back. But if you're just playing one lineup at Talladega, I just probably wouldn't even play. I'll have to play a ton of lineups at this track. You got to figure out different combinations, or else you're not going to win more than likely. So that's really all I got to say. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, turn on the notification bell. It really helps. Go watch that other video. It's more important. I'll put the link in the description below. That's really all I got. Have a great rest of your day.